my own words, factoring means splitting an expression into smaller pieces, and factoring in my words is to break it up into numbers that can be multiplied to get the original number, and another word for factoring is divide. The definition of greatest common factor is the highest common factor that both the numbers have together. Problem. So here I'm doing a GCF problem, and to solve these, you take out the GCF, which would be 6. So you put it out here, and then you get the parentheses, and then you do what times 6 equals 12x, so that would be 2x, and what times 6 gives you 6, that would be minus 1, and that is your answer. To figure out a factoring problem that a equals 1, first you get your problem, and then you do the x puzzle. Then you get the negative 2 up here, and the 1 right here, because that x equals 1, and then you would figure out what multiplies to get negative 2 and what adds to get 1. So you would do a positive 2 and a negative 1. And then you get the x divided by x, and then you get x plus 2 and x minus 1, because that's a negative 1. And that is your answer. To solve a different 2 squared problem, first you would get your problem, and I did x squared minus 16. You would get your problem. You would put the negative 16 up here, but since there is no number there, you put 0. And you see what times to get 16 and what adds to get 0. So you would get negative 4 and 4, because negative 4 times 4 is negative 16, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So your answer would be x minus 4 and x plus 4. To solve a perfect square trinomial, first you would get your equation, which is x squared plus 8x plus 16, and you do the x puzzle, and you would get 8 on the bottom and 16 up here, and you're going to do what times to get 16, what adds to get 4, so what adds to get 8. So you get 4 and 4, so you would get x plus 4 and x plus 4. Since it's both perfect squares, your answer would be x plus 4 parentheses squared. Solve a problem that does not equal 1. First you get your problem, which minus 2x squared plus 9x plus 10. So you get your x puzzle, you bring the 9 down here, and you would times the 2 times 10, which will get you 20. And then you see what times to get 20, and multiply to get 20, and add to get 9, so you would get 5 and 4. So your answer would be x plus 5 and x plus 4. To solve an unfactorable problem, you could choose this, but the x factor would not work, so that would not work. So you have to use a quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4a and c all divided by 2a. So if you plug that in a calculator, you would get 3 plus or minus negative 3 squared minus 4, 2, and 5 all over 2a, so that would be 4. And you plug just this in the calculator, do not add the square root. So once you do that, you get 3 plus or minus square root of negative 49 over 4. So you can take a square root over 49. You would take a square root, but you can't do a negative root, so you get an I out of that. So you 3 plus or minus I square root of 7, because square root of 49 is 7, all over 4a, and that would be a sum of 2 cubes. First you would get your equation, which minus 64x cubed plus 27, and since this right here is a cube root, the x is a cube root, and so is a 27. The cube root of 64 would be 4, and the cube root of x cubed would be x, and then you get the same sign, which should be plus. The cube root of 27 is 3. That would be your first parentheses, and your second one, you would follow this formula, a squared, which you would get this, so you get 16x squared ab, so 4 times 3, you would get, you do different sign because of soap, so same, opposite, you would get 12x, and this would be always SOAP, and then b squared. 3 squared is 9. 2 cube roots. First, you would get your equation, which mine is 125x cubed minus 8. Since this is a cube root, so is the x, and the 8 is a cube root, you take a cube root of 125, which would be 5. The cube root of x cubed would be x, and then do the same sign because of SOAP. So minus the cube root of 8 is 2. And then using this formula, you would get your next infinities. And a squared, which should be 25x squared. And then you would do the opposite sign, because that's SOAP's opposite of subjective sign is plus sign, plus AB. So you would get 10x, always positive because of SOAP. And b squared would be 4. And that is solve a factoring by grouping problem. First, you would get your equation, which minus 5x plus 15 plus 4x squared, plus 12x. So first you would get your 2. You're breaking into 2 groups, like I did right here, and you get your first group and find the GCF. The GCF for this one would be 5. If you take out 5, then you get x plus 3. And this one, the GCF should be 4x, because you can only bring out a 4x both of them, so you get 4x. And left over, you would get x plus 3. And for the answer, you would, since both of these are the same, that would be an answer. And for your other answer, you would get the 2 outside, so 5 plus 4x.
You ready? Okay.
To factor a problem using quadratic form, first you would make your x factor. You would put the 3 up top because a times c, which is 3, that was 3, equal to 4 at the bottom. And then you see what multiplies to get 3 and adds to get 4, so that would be 3 and 1 being divided by x squared, which is x4, given at half x squared. The answer would be x squared plus 3x squared